Hi everyone, welcome to the Cervical Critic channel.
Critics with receipts.
Today we're going to be talking about...
Oh my goodness, the lighting in this movie is so good. Sorry, carry on.
Today we'll be talking about Diamonds in the Sky. Now before we get into what we liked, this movie followed 3 different women of different status as they discovered that their health has been compromised.
Can I talk about the lighting now?
Okay, let's do the good.
The lighting is pretty f***ing good. It reminded me of why Kunle Afolayan was my favorite director before A.K. Mason came and snatched it with our Elevator Baby.
What?
I said with Elevator Baby. One thing that is tough to find in Nollywood is decent lighting. A lot of our good lighting is usually flat. We don't utilize darkness as much as we utilize light, but not here. Kunle has always known how to set up interesting shots, and this movie is no exception. I could gush over this for all of the time, but this is a quickie, so we have to move on.
This movie is also well directed. It's not anything he hasn't done before, but we shouldn't take it for granted. The way he directs extras in a scene makes it feel lived in and gives life to the movie. Yet another film Kunle directs in multiple languages, which isn't just for show, but it helps differentiate each story and adds a little bit of realism.
And speaking of realism, we were watching this, and when the Leah doctors started speaking, the clarity and knowledge they spoke with.
HPV is human papilloma virus. That's the virus that is responsible for cervical cancer later in life.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ma, biopsy yìí a máa fi abẹ́rẹ́ fa omi díẹ̀ kúrò nínú kókó. A wá ṣe àyẹ̀wò lórí ẹ̀ láti fi tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó ń ṣe yín gan.
At first I was thinking this is well researched, and then after a while I couldn't believe the acting would be so natural if I hadn't heard of them till today. And then I assumed they were real doctors, and I was right, they were. This shouldn't take anything from them because getting doctors to act isn't easy. It's not their profession.
Check it here.
Your choice, bitches.
But they did a great job.
While performances in this are decent, Bimbo Akintola is an absolute standout.
Jẹ́wọ́ fún mi ṣe.
The role requires a range of performances from her, and she delivers. Her counterpart Kayode Olaiya is also pretty great in this, and they complement each other in a way that elevates the chemistry from script to screen.
The movie might be one giant PSA.
Self-medication is misdiagnosed.
Ǹjẹ́ tí ẹ máa ń yẹ ara yín wò rárá?
It's like girls who start having sex in their teen years, they are at a higher risk of contracting HPV.
It's impossible to overstress how important it is for women wherever you are on the globe. Mrs. C scheduled an appointment because of this, because sometimes even when you have access to good healthcare, it's easy to take for granted and forget.
Having said all those lovely nice things, time to put on our hater caps and talk about the bad.
There was some weird artifact at the top of the screen in a particular scene that was very distracting for me, but you might not see it. I mean, I'm pointing it out to you now, you might look for it, but it may not bother you. But Kunle is usually pretty good with the picture quality. Makale color grading doesn't count. So that was strange to see in his movie.
All of the performances weren't as great as Bimbo Akintola's. Unfortunately, although Joke Silva carried around the presence and looks of a rich northern woman, her accent was inconsistent at best. It would have been fine if they used her normal accent with the occasional slip of Hausa here and there. In some sentences, she was close to a lower class Hausa person.
You have got to be strong. We are very vulnerable now.
And then the next back to regular, well-spoken Auntie Joke.
The strong man that your father trained you to be.
We both found Teniola to be obnoxious. She seemed to like the nuance or range in emotions the other 2 characters had. It may not bother all of you, but we just found the performance over the top.
The movie is kind of an advertisement for Leah.
Oh, it's an NGO that does amazing work in the area of women's health. Where am I going to do all those tests?
Here at the Leah Center.
So, how much does the registration cost? It's just a small amount.
Ṣé o ṣe rò pé irú ilé ìwòsàn báyìí kò ní wọ́n?
500 naira.
I mean, they did sponsor it, and I really wouldn't have a problem with this if all the other doctors in this weren't either just unethically bad at their jobs
You have no future.
or just pointed them to Leah.
I want to suggest that when you live here, you branch at Leah Medical Center for a screening.
This isn't a bad, but sometimes it feels like the movie stops to advertise Leah, like it isn't enough that the whole film is already doing that. The message is important. So if you live in Nigeria and you're looking for a place, we believe you should know about all the places that are available to you in Nigeria. So there's a link down below for anyone who wants to find out their nearest screening center. In conclusion, the movie was a giant public service announcement, and while it is an important message, we are reviewing a movie. Bimbo Akintola's character had the only storyline that we would recommend if you exclude the simple but important PSA. The other two just weren't interesting enough.
So overall, should we recommend this? Yeah, I think so. And maybe this film could help save someone's life, as it is a topic we don't speak on nearly enough in our culture. And don't forget about the lighting. It's so good.
That's it from us today. Have you seen Diamonds in the Sky? Let us know what you think about it in the comments. And what's your favorite Kunle movie? Also let us know down below. See you next Sunday. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
How many sexual partners have you had since then?
Not one, not two, but 1,000.